Well, hello there. Just want to say that I am T-Riffalistic, and this is going to be my first video. And for my first video, I just kind of black sheep. Uh-oh, I hope that's not a sign. You've heard the saying about the ominous black sheep. Anyways, back to where I was going. So, my name is T-Riffalistic, and I would like to show you guys my bass. I'm currently playing on VIP McGroove vanilla server, and it's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of great guys on here that all like to play together, and I'd like to start to make some videos just for funs, because a lot of the folks I like to watch, you know, it just looks like a good time, so I just want to try it out and see how it goes. So hopefully everything turns out right and you guys will enjoy it. So but first off, I'd just like to give you guys a little bit of a tour of my bass, and I think that would give you guys some insight to how I like to play Minecraft and what I like to do in Minecraft. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Here is the entrance to my bass, and nice little 3x3, nice closing sequence. Whoop. Awesome. So here's my bass. The upper levels is kind of empty right now. However, I do have plans for stuff I'd like to build in here. So it's just pretty much a pretty big blank empty canvas, if you will. What I like to do maybe is possibly put a brewing system machine of science right around in here. I think that there's plenty of space for it, and I think we could do it pretty well. But yeah, for the most part, this place is pretty empty for the most part. It's just a shell. Here is my little enchanting station. There's nothing really fancy here. I'm probably going to tear this thing out and turn it into my bedroom probably, because I would like to do something a little more fancy, a little bit more redstone oriented with my enchanting room. But for right now, it serves its purpose, and it works out quite well. Down below here, this is my storage room, and I will get into more detail of what's going on with here, because the storage room is pretty much the central point of my base. When I started this base, I wanted to have a storage room, and I wanted to have as many automated, or as automated as I can make farms all near my base. So if I'm just working here, stuff's going on and farms are being built and the world is good and all the things come directly to me, and I wanted all those things to go directly into my storage room. So that was kind of the theme. Ooh, great chunk error, love it, love it. Let's try to reload that. What is that, Alt F3? Nope. Fail. How do we do it? Oh no, I just killed it. Bye-bye. Well, that's how you reload chunks, is you just hit Alt F4 and it reloads all the chunks, reloads them all. But it also closes your game. So I'm going to contribute that to the ominous black sheep that we saw in the beginning of the video. Sorry about that. But it's okay, it's my first one, so everybody's first YouTube video is just terrible. But anyways, I guess since we're up here, let's go ahead and take a look at the UFO. and I will show it to you in all its glory. This is probably my most favorite build. Alright, so I have like a little AFK spot. Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Die, my little pretties. Oh, that's a little loud. Let's get away. Let's get away. Ooh, ominous noise. Alright, anyways, so, you know, if you guys don't know this trick, this is the mine cart elevator. And just a little right-click action. And then you can just hop out of here, and oh my goodness, look at all them delicious mobs. So this is my UFO. Wasn't the first farm I built on here, but it was the second one, I believe. Let's grab a couple more ender pearls, and let's go up inside of it. So, don't miss. Excellent. Okay, so I will hop up here, and the entire thing on the inside is half slabbed and glass, and I made this thing so that there should not be any spawnable spaces on the interior of this guy. We'll just show you the inside first. So I have this little secret thing in here, and here we go. Excellent. So here is the inside. Like I said, there's glass floor. There is the redstone. The redstone, this is a fairly simple farm in practice. It's just you have to build it really, really high to get good rates out of it. But once you've done that, this thing is just a machine. It's pretty amazing. I have pretty good views of, you know, everything around here, and it's just pretty awesome. So the way that this thing works, though, is that on the inside there are numerous platforms, spawning pads, I guess, where the mobs will spawn, and if you hear that clicking, that is a whole bunch of dispensers with water on them, and they just push the water. Well, they don't push the water, but they dispense the water, and the water pushes all of the mobs off of the platforms, and then they fall to their doom, I say, doom, and then they die, and then I collect all their things. But the way that this works is I have a, you know, your classic standard ethos hopper timer, and I have this thing, so when it triggers, it sends a pulse through to a redstone torch tower, and that turns all the dispensers on, which put out the water. And then you'll see that I also have a second signal that goes through a monostable that sends the second signal to these torch towers that turns off all of the dispensers, so more mobs can spawn, and it just continuously goes. Now there is a redstone bug where the redstone torch, or no, it's not the torch, but the hopper timer will get stuck for some reason, and pretty much what you have to do is just go inside of it and you know, remove all the items out of the hoppers and put them back in there. And let's get back to the sign. We'll walk back down, and then I'll show you a little bit of the inside of the UFO. It's kind of hard to see, but honestly, I do not want to go inside of this thing because it'll kind of be scary. So if you can see, oh man, it's really hard to see, but there's one of the spawning pads, there's another one, and there's another. They're all triangles, and they all match the silhouette of water when it's being poured out. And as you can see, the water just pushes all the mobs off of it, and then they all fall down to their doom onto the collection platform. So there's tons of different ways you could collect these all these mob drops. I've seen it where people use like tons and tons of hoppers. That's a lot of iron, and that's a lot of hoppers. And if you have a lot of hoppers and you don't have something directly on top of it, you have the potential to create a lot of lag. And I'm trying, for the other players on the server and for myself, I don't want a lot of lag, and lag is just bad. So I opted to use hopper minecarts on down there, and they sit right below a half slab. And let's go down there and take a look. Whoa! Whew. Safe. Alright, and I'm going to turn this down just a smidgen because this will probably get loud. Done. And if you saw that, the server, I'm on a server, so peaceful doesn't really matter. We are on normal. But the way that this works is, you see these? They just disappear. Underneath, there are a bajillion hopper minecarts. So let me just see if I could just get one of these out of here and get it. There, I got it. So yeah, tons and tons of rails, and you'll see a hopper minecart. There it goes. And they just kind of sit there and they collect all these drops. They just pass through, and then I have a little hopper chain underneath in the collection area, and I'll show you guys that here. Let's go take a mosey. So on the inside, yeah, you can see it right here. So all the minecarts, they all empty themselves into this hopper chain, and then this hopper chain feeds into this chest, and then that feeds into another chest, and then that feeds into a hopper mine. Oops, ouch, my feeties. Into a hopper minecart. Let's see if I can get around. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Here we go. They all feed into this hopper minecart. Can I access you? And yeah, look at all them drops. And I have this hopper minecart system. It's connected to a daylight sensor. So at the beginning of each day, when the sun rises, we'll send a signal to this power rail, and it'll launch this chest minecart, and it'll traverse its way to my storage room, where it will be filtered, and all the items will be placed into the appropriate chest. So that is a little bit of that is the UFO, my mob spawner, and it is really, 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 really cool. And the actual farm itself was made by KS Koala. Actually, let me pause and let me triple uber verify that before I just attempt to take all the credit for myself. Alright, I verified and I was wrong. It was not KS Koala, it was the Smoking Koala. It was his design, and it is just a fantastic, wonderful, very super efficient design. And I will do my best to put a link to his tutorial in the down there's, as one of my favorites says, Mr. Slipgator. So here we are, and we are going. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh my goodness, where'd I go? Oh, help me, baby Jesus, Lord, help me. Oh my goodness, get out of F5 mode. Oh, I am not a professional whatsoever. Excuse me, we are on our way. I guess I'll show you guys the sheep farm next. So, sheep farms, you need all the colors of sheep for, sheepy type things. And, what I wanted to do, I just wanted to do something a little different. I could have made this a whole bunch of different ways, but going with like space and whatnot, it all makes more sense when we get there. So, but the way that this farm works is you go in here and you shear some sheep. Shear them up. Naked sheep. Naked sheep. And then once you've sheared all the the wool, say you don't have a lot of inventory space, you just kind of throw it down here into this little trough, and it will feed. Come back here. Come back here. Get you. Cannot be wasteful. Cannot be wasteful. Do not take things for granted. And that is a great life lesson. Don't be wasteful. Don't take things for granted. But however, so let's see, we can maybe get a little bit of a look over here. So I did it like a tiered kind of design, and it's kind of like little mini UFOs stacked on top of each other, slightly offset. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. But if you can see right here, I have like ice trays, and these are the packed ice, so I could provide a little bit of lighting to try to prevent some of the mob spawns and whatnot. But what it does is the wool will come down here, and it'll fall, and it'll go down to the next level of sheep, and shear your sheep, and you open it up, throw it in there, and then it would fall, you know, same old, go down the trough to the next level, and I just have 4 different levels. I have 4 colored sheep in each level, and you just kind of, you know, shear the sheep, dump it in the trough, go to the next level, and it all comes down here to the bottom. So when you've gotten the last little bit of your shearing done, you shear, make cheap, oh, use a naked sheep, naked cheap, naked cheap. I'm sorry, got a little carried away with my little singing, but it's cool. You guys love it? I love it. It's all good fun. But anyways, so take it in here, and just throw it in there. So at the bottom of this thing, again, hopper minecart. You'll see that the hopper and chest minecarts are consistent themes throughout my entire base. Because once I click this button, you'll see right here, you see it? Went quick. That chest minecart went all the way up to the top to my storage room to unload all of the goodies. And so yeah, but yeah, this is the silhouette of it, and like I said, each 4 of these little UFO circle things, all offset from each other, but you can see where the ice just goes down all the way to the bottom, and then I have a hopper minecart, or not a hopper minecart, I'm sorry, a chest minecart that'll take all the items and haul them off to the storage room. One thing I do want to show, this is a cool trick, and I think it adds a good bit of detail, is that I used signs, kind of as like trusses to support the roof, and I'm using space age material, and we have some very highly advanced engineered carpets that are, you know, space worthy, and those sign struts or trusses, if you will, support it. But you know, I think it does add a level of detail that just makes it look kind of nice, and I kind of like it, and it's my base, so I do what I do. I'm 18, I do what I want. But yeah, so there is the sheep farm. Let's go down over here, and I will show you my automated like crops and such farm. So if we come out over here, and here's the backside of my base. Kind of looks cool. I kind of like it. All the different rail lines coming to and from the various farms. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Zombie. You're dead. Oh, I hit you. Yeah, now you dead. So this is my semi-auto crops and such farm, and it's not actually ready to harvest yet, but I have multiple layers of little plots, farmland, I guess you could say, and they're all in this, you know, space certified, space worthy module, if you will, and these are just all stacked up. And the way that this thing works is at the very top. Oh, got stuck. Alright, I hope there's no bad guys up here. Good. At the very top, I have dispensers with a water bucket, and the water bucket will just dispense and push all the water, and it'll harvest all the crops, and then they just, you know, filter all the way down. Well, not filter all the way down, but just harvest all the way down from those water blocks, and then they'll get fed into the bottom layer, and then I have hoppers down here that'll collect all of those items into this chest. Now this chest is kind of special, so what I wanted to happen with this thing is I wanted all of the drops, all of the crops to come into this chest, but not go below to the actual mine or chest mine cart to be delivered to my storage system or my storage room. So when the lever's up, the hopper below it is locked, so I can, you know, grab all the you know, the seeds and the carrots and whatnot, so I can replant before they all go down. And then once I replanted everything, I just flip this lever, and then all the items in the chest will drain below, and it will go into this hopper minecart. And then once it's, you know, full of all the items, this piston will retract, and it'll send off the minecart with all the crops and everything to the storage room. But the crops aren't really ready to harvest yet, so I'm not going to harvest them yet. And there are so many creepers. Get out of my life. Learn to shoot. Gotcha. One more. And you dead. You dead. You are dead. And you are dead. So, next farm. Since we're right here, this is my sugarcane farm. And on the other side, I don't know if we'll really be able to see it. On the other side, I have a pumpkin farm on that side. Now, both of these farms are fully automatic. Die and get out of my life. Yes, you did. You too. Interrupt my videos. I guess kind of making them interrupt my videos. But anyways, so both of these farms are fully automatic. The sugarcane farm is, the actual farm itself was, I took from my buddy Green Guitar Guy. He has a great tutorial on it, and I will try to put a link in the down there's to that video. But yeah, it works off, you know, has a bud switch, a bud detector, and that's what triggers the pistons to harvest all of the sugarcane. So you see it right there. Oh, you skelly! Did you see that guy? I saw that guy. Anyways, it'll trigger, and it'll push all of the, well, most of the sugarcane. I saw that guy into this water stream, and then the water stream will go into this chest minecart. And again, I have a daylight sensor that at the beginning of the day it'll go off, and it will send a signal to this, and it'll deliver all of the goods to my storage area. And on this side, I have my pumpkin and melon farm, and wow, lots of mobs. Excuse me, terrible shot. Yes, you're dead. Get out of my life. Thank you much. You too. You're just making me mad. Go away. Thank you. So there are tons and tons of pumpkin farm design. Then I've looked at a few of them. Impulse SV had a good one, and I took some of the stuff I learned from his video and applied it to this build. But you know, it's a pumpkin farm. You can only make it so many ways. But I have this thing, so it goes off in the morning, which should be coming up pretty soon, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's almost daytime, so we'll chill up here and take a peek at it. So and we'll see it all happen. But yeah, so in the morning, that same daylight detector that I showed you below will trigger, and it'll also trigger the minecart to go, but it'll also trigger all of those pistons that will harvest all of the pumpkins and melons. And as you can see, my minecart already went off to the storage system, but I already have a good little bit of crops and whatnot that need to be harvested, and they'll just flow right back into that hopper minecart. Not the hopper minecart, I'm sorry, that chest minecart. Once it returns, once it's done unfilling the load, there you go. Just like magic. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. This makes me so happy. But anyways, I really like the way this room turned out. The redstone is like super, super clean, especially from this perspective. You can't really even see much of it. And I think it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I have like this little scaffolding to come up here. And why? I don't know. Just because I could. And then, where are you guys at? But yeah, so you see a little bit more of the redstone. But yeah, it's really clean. I try to pride myself on, making good, clean builds. And I like to build. And I like to, I don't know. Like, I'm sure you guys have all seen Doc M. And, Doc M is a function over form kind of guy. And then you have folks like BOO that just build, like, facades all the time. And they look beautiful. I hope I try to be somewhere in the middle, where I want to do something, I want to have a farm, but I also want it to look good, so I'll, go in and kind of build the outside first, but keep in mind that I have to have enough space to fit the farm in, and I will play in creative, on my creative test world, and test out designs and whatnot, and, just make sure, everything's working the way I want it to. Because my thought is, when you put something up on a survival multiplayer server, it should be like some of your best work, because anybody can come on and take a look at it. And, you don't want to just show off, halfway good stuff. I want it to be, I guess, the best. I don't know. And I guess the best is like a term that can be taken many ways. Like, to some people it may be max efficiency. Other people it may be, what looks the best. To me, the best is a balance between both of those things. Next farm I would like to show you guys is my gold farm. I'm not really sure if I have a way to get to my gold farm, but here's a little. Haha, you did. So there are bad guys nearby, and I am scared. Where are you at? Not there. Anyways. Here's my gold farm. Every once in a while, I left this block open, so I killed the chickens that like to spawn in there. And so what happens is I have... Actually, let me just go up there and show you. Alright, so welcome back, and I'm up here by the gold farm now. Oops. And, but yeah, this is it. So, you've probably seen this design. It's a, fairly common, straightforward design. Just a whole bunch of large portals really close to each other. And as you can see, I have trapdoors on the bottom edge of the of the portal, and I have that on all the portals, and the mobs aren't that bright, and they see that trap door as a full block, and they will try to walk across it, and when they do, gravity takes over, and reality takes over, should I say, and gravity pulls them down, and they fall to their doom in the shaft, where they will land on the hoppers below, where I showed you where all the scary monsters were. Stuck. And they'll die, and their drops will fall into the hoppers, where my chest minecart, hooked up to a daylight sensor, will take it and deliver it to my storage room. So like I said, as you can see, place trapdoors on each, on the ledge of all these portals, and the mobs think that it's a full block, and they'll just walk straight off of it. And when they do, they'll fall into the water streams, and the water streams will just push them into that funnel, that drop shaft in the middle that I showed you. And a lot of the designs that I've seen people do with these have all these portals, you know, all lined up with each other, and I don't know why, but I just kind of like offset this everyone in between by one, and I just made another portal right here, and I just think it makes it look a little different, trying to be unique a little bit. The only issue I had with this farm was keeping this water from freezing, so I had to dig it out, or no, I didn't have to dig it out underneath one. It's torches. That's why I have all the torches right here, to keep it so that the water won't freeze over. And it's not the fastest gold farm by any means, but it makes plenty of gold. And I mean, I guess if I AFK for an hour, I may get a stack of ingots. So, no, I'll get more than that. I'll get enough. I'll get 9 stacks of ingots, so it's enough to make a stack of. Wait, I'll get 9 stacks of gold nuggets, which would be enough for a stack of gold ingots. Blah. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, so that is the gold farm. I guess I could go underneath and show you the inner pinnings of how the minecart part works. So let's go over there real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look at this part. So here is the drop shaft is up there, and actually we'll break it. It'll be alright. But yeah, there's the drop shaft, and they all fall down here, and they die. Every once in a while, there'll be some stupid jockey zombie pigmen that'll be riding a chicken, and they'll float down, and I'll get chickens in my base, and it's kind of annoying, but I'm not really sure how to deal with that very well. So let's get in here. So here is the setup. So all the hoppers pointing to the one. Drops in this chest. I don't know why I put the double chest. It's not needed whatsoever. But then we have this hopper that joins from the chest, and it fills up the hopper minecart, and just collects all the drops. And then over here, I just have a pulse lengthener to extend the signal of the daylight sensor, which is hooked up all the way over here. Daylight sensor, and then I invert the signal, put it through a monostable, get a nice quick consistent pulse, and then it comes down here into the pulse lengthener, and it powers the rail long enough so we have let's see, where's the best place to close this up? Right there. Yep. So then it will go down the track, and it will deliver it to my storage room. But like I said, the video is getting really long. I really appreciate you guys taking a look with me and going with me on my tour around my base. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too boring. I'm open to any constructive criticism or feedback. Leave your comments, questions in the down there, and I'll show you guys the next video here in the next week or so, I guess. Well, thank you guys for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I did. It was really fun making this video. I know it was kind of derpy, but who cares? It's fun. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.